The Balto statue is stationed prominently in Central Park. It was unveiled on December 17, 1925. The commemorative statue was built in honor of Balto, a Siberian husky sled dog. In 1925, a diphtheria outbreak hit Nome, a small and very remote town in Alaska. Diphtheria is a bacterial infection that mainly targets the nose and back of the throat. The sudden outbreak of diphtheria was killing young children. There was a predicted 100% mortality rate. The town did not have enough antitoxin serum to treat all of the sick, and the closest area that did was Anchorage, 674 miles away. This epidemic desperately needed a solution. On January 20th, 1925, Balto led his sled dog team on an emergency 674-mile journey to deliver the antitoxin serum. This expedition was accomplished in the dead of winter in Alaska through torturous weather conditions at an extreme risk of frostbite for the men. This included blizzards that rolled in, making it impossible for one to see in front of them. While other journeys took a month, this miraculously only took 6 days. The journey from Nenana, which was 55 miles away from Anchorage, to Nome was made along an extensive pathway known as the Iditarod Trail. As a result, from completing this journey, Balto and his leadership qualities saved many lives. From this historical event, and 10 months later, sculptor Frederick George Richard Roth was commissioned to create a statue of Balto. The plaque in front of the Balto statue says, "Dedicated to the indomitable spirit of the sled dogs that relayed antitoxin 600 miles over rough ice, across treacherous waters, through Arctic blizzards, from Nenana to the relief of stricken Nome in the winter of 1925. Endurance, fidelity, intelligence." The formal elements in the Balto statue, such as its position, texture, facial characteristics, bronze color, and its elevated placement on top of a natural boulder, work together to attribute a friendly, guardian-like presence over the park in which it occupies, which in turn connects to its environment. The importance and prevalency of dog ownership, both when the statue was designed and today, gives way to why the Balto statue was created and specifically placed in Central Park, a popular area in which people choose to walk their dogs. The position of the Balto statue heavily contributes to the impression that it leaves over its landscape. The statue is fixed on top of a very large natural boulder. Underneath and a part of the statue itself is a sculpted secondary rock. The statue is on an incline on top of the rock, and the back half of the rock is its lowest point where the statue's back legs slightly stretch out. As a result of this, the statue leans forward. This elevated positioning requires the viewer to look up at the statue. The statue appears as if it's reigning over the people below it. This gives the statue an expression of regality. In correlation to the statue being on an incline, the rock also declines as it moves its way towards its back. This creates an illusionary, almost parallel line between the rock and the statue. The incline of the rock guides the viewer's attention upward toward the statue, especially its front half where the face lies. When the viewer glances up, their eyes will rest upon a statue that seems to display a protective persona over its environment. This makes it seem like the statue is a guardian over the park. The statue is surrounded by pathways in the park where many people pass by, especially with their dogs. This allows them to clearly see the statue. The people that have their own dogs can relate to the secure and shielding presence of the dog. Furthermore, with the statue being made from bronze, this plays a significant role in the feeling that the statue evokes. The shiny bronze of the statue easily reflects light, causing the statue to glisten. The light creates an illusion of a halo for the statue. Dark brown and gold are the two major colors that cover the statue. The intricate texture sculpted onto the statue makes the dog appear like a real-life dog. The highly texturized fur throughout its entire body embodies the realistic fur of a Siberian husky. There is an emphasis on the curves, thickness, and perceived fluffiness of the fur. The realistic appearance of the statue makes it appear more in sync with its environment. The thickness of the fur on its front legs gives the statue a feel of sturdiness. This further enhances its strength. The open mouth of the dog with its tongue hanging out creates an expression as if it's smiling. This in turn makes the dog seem playful and jubilant. The statue is not perfectly symmetrical, but is symmetrical enough so that it appears realistic. The realism of the statue allows for a connection to the people. Because of this, the people can connect to something they perceive as a real thing. Moreover, dog ownership was very important back in 1925 and around that time period. Sled dogs aided in transportation of goods, hunting, trapping, fishing, and protection. Their strength, stamina, and athleticism were of great use to the population of Alaska.